First Minister, I get to decide who answers your questions this evening, so they better be on their toes. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, First Minister. So we're now going to move into the formal question and answer session. So I'm going to take questions in batches of 3 and then invite the First Minister to decide who's going to respond. I've also received some questions through social media, which I'll try and slip in as the night goes on. Now, we normally have more questions than time available, so if we don't get a chance to come back to you, as the First Minister said, there's forms on your chair, so if you fill those in, and every question will receive a written answer. So let's make a start. Can I ask folk to raise their hands if you have a question and wait for the microphone to reach you? If you could please give your name before asking your question, and big important thing, if you could try and keep your question as concise as possible, and Cabinet Ministers will do likewise, and then we'll get through as many of your questions as possible. So let's make a start. If you put your hands up if you have a question. So just right here.
Hi, I'm Hayley Fallon and I'm an MSYP for Clydebank. I would just like to ask a transport question. If the SNP had an overall majority, would it be considered that the public transport would be available for young people, subside for young people? For example, as soon as a young person turns 16, they have to pay an adult fare to get to education each day. This applies for university and college too, who may have to travel from rural areas into cities.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, and lady there, second row.
This is a question about the EU. I'm for staying like government is, but lots of people have expressed anxieties about TTIP and saying that being in the EU might make it more difficult to resist. Just an answer from you on that.
Okay, and one more, and lady just in the middle there, yeah.
Hi, Sharon. My question's about housing, in particular the benefit cap that's coming in April. Is there a plan for the Scottish Government to add more funding to DHP to help mitigate that really horrific benefit cap that's going to affect so many thousands of people?
Okay.
3 excellent questions to kick off with. Hayley, I'm delighted you managed to get your question in first. We were talking just beforehand. I'm going to ask Keith to answer your question about transport. And then, sorry, I didn't catch... Rosalind.